is specifically from these follow-up campaigns. So these are absolutely proven.
Okay.
What this is about is, first of all, how do you enter it into KVCore so these campaigns work? That's one
Right.
thing.
And I have some. I had Sylvia. Do you remember Sylvia with
No.
EXP? Oh, the Sylvia system. She was an agent in Milwaukee, and
Okay.
now she's no longer with EXP, but she did KV Core training. So she went in and did some campaigns for me, but I don't really understand them myself, right? So that's why I
Okay.
want to understand them.
Okay. So
Okay.
this to me is the gold right here. And it is
Okay.
so simple. Um, and you
Buy
can
and sell
do,
time.
yeah, you can do campaigns, and we'll talk about campaigns.
Yeah.
When a buyer or seller comes in, I tag
Mm-hmm.
them buyer or seller A plus, and I'll share this whole document with you. Buyer
I'm
A.
assuming A is a really good buyer and F would be a worse buyer.
So F is frozen, which is why I do that.
Okay.
And you can see here, a buyer or seller is if they are going to buy or sell in the next
Yeah.
month. And what
Okay.
that campaign does is it sends a notification to me to follow up with them every week. It is
Okay.
highly unlikely that I would forget to follow up with my people that are buying.
Because the task is going to come up in front of you.
A task is going to come up.
That's what I don't have right there. Bingo.
Buyer A, and these time frames are absolutely proven. So
Yeah.
people like to
Okay.
modify these time frames. They like to play around with it. They're
And
like,
it's
well,
not too much, right? It's not too much.
and
Now,
it's not too little.
do you have other emails and phone calls, like the text going out to them or anything like that besides that? Or are you in
Okay,
control of it?
so KV Core
Yeah.
is going to do um, KV Core is going to do a couple of things that work beautifully. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So number one on your dashboard, and I know you've been into KV Core, so I'm not showing
Oh
you
yeah.
anything
Oh
new
yeah.
here,
Go
right?
in regular.
So on your dashboard, it's going to show you who is looking at properties.
Yep.
So I have, and I can go over this next time too, a thing that says the 5 things I need to do in KV Core every day, right? The first thing and most important thing is to look at this dashboard and say, okay, I need to call Janet Jensen and figure out what the heck she's doing. Now, Janet Jensen is a past client of mine. She is 85 years old. She is not
Yeah.
moving. She's having fun, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Um, so whatever, I can still call her, but she's not going to be, yeah. So I need to call Kelly. I need to call Mardell. Um,
Right.
Mardell's looked at several homes, right? And you know from in KV Core, you can email them, call them, send them a quick core video, which
Mm-hmm.
we are going to talk about core video. This is the most underutilized asset in KV Core right now. You can go in there and you can create a video campaign where you can send your clients videos for what's happening during the closing. And I'm not saying we have to set up all these processes now, but you could
Yeah.
quickly hit core video and you could say, and it'll record right on your computer. Hey, Kelly, noticed that you looked at 2116 Kingsgate Lane. I just wanted to tell you that's right around the corner from me. If you are serious about buying this property, I would love to go take just like a little walkthrough video, or if you're available on FaceTime, just give me a call and send
Okay.
it. Okay. So,
I
and
had that. I had the KV Core video and I cut it off
it's
because
$39 a month.
yeah, I know I had it and I
So
turned it off because I wasn't
useful.
using it. I
It's
turned
so
it on for a
useful.
year. Yeah.
So useful. And then, of course, all of that goes into their feed, right? So anything you do right here will go into that activity feed. So then you can remember when you have hundreds
Okay,
and
I'm going to
hundreds.
back you up a little bit. Now, I do
Yes.
have a few people into my KV Core that came from lead generations, but my normal people, when I get a new lead, I put them into my provincial search engine for the province. I should be putting them into my KV Core.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And in the
Put,
lead entry
uh,
guidelines, the document that I just pulled up, right? I have a sequence like when do they get put in? They get put in when their nurture, and I don't know where it went, when their
yeah.
nurture sheet is complete. And the nurture sheet is here. It says timing, motivation, not working with another agent, and they have a follow-up date. So if
Okay.
they're in another system, like I used to use Vulcan 7 and call expireds, right? So I would keep them in Vulcan 7 because I had 25,000 leads in Vulcan 7. So I'd keep them in Vulcan 7 until they had motivation, timing, not working with another agent, and a follow-up date. Because if they don't have a follow-up date, I can't put them on my call follow-up, which is here. Now, if they're coming directly into KVCore, right, then they should be switched from a new lead to a prospect, and they stay prospect until such time as you reach them, which is all in this guide. When you reach them, then they become an active lead, and then that active lead is tagged with the correct follow-up campaign. But when they come in as a new lead into KVCore, right? You go into that lead, and this has step-by-step. You're going to go into the lead. You're going to call them right away, obviously. Whether you reach them or not, they get whatever notes set up and maybe another call. And there's a sequence in there that KVCore will do for you for call sequence to try and get them on the phone. But then
how much time do you spend on follow-up? Like, I'm a crazy busy agent, and I'm working with a coach with Tom Ferry right now, and his one goal is to get me to do regular follow-up because I find my schedule so busy. Like, I'm putting 2 listing lives right now. I did 6 deals yesterday. Right? Like, I'm
leverage.
busy.
You just need leverage.
So I just need leverage.
You need leverage. And I will say that the last thing you should be leveraging is this. And the reason
this is where I need to spend my time. Yeah.
Because you can have someone enter
so leverage all the paperwork, but do this.
And the reason I say that,
Jerry's my assistant.
The reason I say that is when you get these people on the phone, right? If you leverage this piece, right? Let's say you get them on the phone. This is how I've closed all my business. And they're like, well, I don't know. I mean, we're thinking about moving, but I'm just not sure. We have to sell our house first. And it's just such a big deal. You, in all your experience, can say, let me tell you how this process works. Let me tell you how I can sell your home for you and get you moved at the same time. Let me tell you how easy this is when we get you pre-approved and we understand your financial situation. Maybe we can get a line of credit on your house. Maybe we can get a second mortgage. Maybe
do the SOBP. Yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, Joanne is the smartest agent I have ever met in my life. I've got to work with her because she's the only one that understands my situation and listening to me. People leverage this to an ISA. And then what happens is the only leads you're getting are the people that literally have no other agent instead of the people that you're resonating with because you're smart, knowledgeable, and can actually help them.
Okay, by ISA, you mean, what's ISA mean? Another agent?
An ISA is an inside sales agent. And
so one of my team members.
Yes. And a lot of people will hire an ISA that has no real estate experience at all or very little. And they will pay them $10 to $12 an hour to make calls plus bonus on how many appointments they set and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And that for me will not help build my business when I'm doing these types of follow-up calls. Now, if you're calling expireds and you're trying to reach somebody and actually make that connection, or you're trying to convert Facebook leads at 1% or something like that, an ISA makes sense, but not for these follow-up calls because you've already qualified this person. You've already had a meaningful conversation. And for the record, I have closed some of these F buyers by leaving them voicemails for like 4 years. Hi, it's Robin. Just wanted to touch base with you, thinking about you, just wondering if you guys are still looking to move.
It's true. I started this business 3 years ago, and I'm doing a deal for one of my lead generations from 2 years ago now.
And literally, I'm the only one still calling them. That's why they use there's no competition.
And I really didn't call him that much. I must say I'm lucky.
You don't have to. When I say these are proven, they're proven. You don't have to call these people. They're kicking tires for now. But if you're the one that's leaving the voicemails, they will call you back when they're ready. They're not ready, so they're not calling you back. People are like, oh, they never pick up. I'm not calling them anymore. Well, okay, I'll call them and then I'll close the deal. So, so I would say
So
They
even though they're not calling me back, keep leaving those voicemails.
keep leaving the voicemails. They get them. And then now you can follow up that voicemail with a text if you have their phone number and say, hey,
The
just
only time I would stop calling is if they've told me to take me off the list.
no, literally, I stop calling people when they die or they've already purchased.
I love you.
Like if they tell you to take them off the list, you say great, and then you call them back because they won't remember that they told you to take you off their list. They've told everybody else to take them off the list, right?
We have a do not call policy in Canada, though.
Oh, well, if they're on the do not call list, then you don't call them.
No, but when they say that once they've told you not to call, we're not supposed to.
Oh, okay. Well, you follow the rules that you're supposed to follow. I don't want to tell you, but in
I'll
America, we
follow them
actually
until I
have,
get wrapped in the hands, and then I'll say, I'm sorry, I didn't, we must have forgot to record that.
yeah. I mean,
Naivety,
in
right?
America, we actually have a do not call list. If they're on that list, we can't call them. But if
We
they
do
just say,
too, but
don't
it's
call
not
me,
easy
then
to find it. And the rule is once somebody tells you not to contact them anymore, you're not supposed to.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I find, if people are ornery and rude, then I really don't want to do business with them
I
anyway.
know. There's some people I say just delete them. I never
Yeah,
want to deal with them again because they're
it's
just,
fine. Life is
yeah,
too short. But to your
absolutely.
point, yes, they need to be, their search needs to be set up in KVCore. And this is a little known fact.
Okay.
KVCore
Yeah.
can modify the criteria in the search. So if
Okay.
for whatever reason the search is not giving you enough criteria and you're like, oh, this is a waste of time, I need to put them in my other system so I can narrow down the criteria more, then they can modify the search in KVCore. But everybody needs to be on a search in KVCore because KVCore
Hmm.
is going to follow up with them with automated emails every single time they
Right.
go to the property. When they look at a property 3 times, they call them behavioral emails, and KVCore is improved
Right.
dramatically thanks to AI. So you have automated follow-up.
So these guidelines are all in the Facebook group, all the
No, they're
booklets
on
and
this
everything.
piece of paper that I have. This
So,
is all my proprietary stuff. This is not,
okay.
I'm not teaching
Okay.
impact stuff. I'm teaching my stuff.
Your stuff. Oh, okay.
My
This
stuff.
is an impact. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
So,
awesome,
but
though.
I can share this guide with you and what
Would you mind?
I'd be happy to.
That'd be wonderful.
And the cool thing about this is that once they do the KVCore, once they come into KVCore, you're going to set up a search. You're going to
Yeah.
call them. If you reach them, you're going to put them on this call follow up. And then in KVCore, you have 2 other things that are key, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So you're going to go into this person, and based on the homes, the new lead, right? Based on the homes they looked at, you're going to set up that search. We hope it's right. Then
Right.
you can go down here, and if it's a listing home valuation, you can set them up on a recurring home valuation here. And then
Oh, okay.
this is Mount Pleasant. I can add
And
in.
what if I don't like the way they put the home evaluation? Like I find a lot of the home evaluations are way lower. The odd ones is way higher.
So
That the computer generates versus what I would generate.
so that's perfect. That's even better, right? So set up
Yeah.
your market report, add that. It's going to send it to
Yeah.
them. So then you can go into, let me move your face. So you can go into your,
Just trying to see the chat box, but I don't see it.
it is, there's a,
Oh, I see it when I do a different view, I think.
you have a CMA
Chat.
tool. Let's see if I can find it. You have a CMA tool. So you can send them the CMA tool.
Okay.
And what I do is you can put it into a PDF. I text it to them if I have their number. You can email it to them as well. And I'm not finding the CMA tool.
And you're not what?
I'm not finding the CMA tool. I don't know where it is.
I just sent you my email address.
Oh, did you put it in the chat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Let me just
Thank
pull
you,
that up.
Robin. You get an EXP sign similar to Chelsea's.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, hers lights up in the back. I really like it.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
It is cool.
Um, oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so core present.
Yeah.
And oh, I didn't click the box. So point of this is that you can do a CMA. It is super
Mm-hmm.
pretty. It will auto pull the same crap that it sent them, which is wrong or that you didn't like. And then you can adjust it and you can send them a report. I text it to them and I say, hey, I noticed that you did this home valuation. This thing is just as bad as Zillow. That's my favorite script. It's just as bad as Zillow. It pulls all the wrong comps. So I wanted to make sure that you had something that was more specific to your place. And then I always
Yeah.
put in there, if you're looking to sell and you want something, super specific, and the script, right? If you have
Yeah. Oh,
amazing
yeah. I'm good
acreage,
with
big
that.
yard, whatever, blah, right? I'm happy to come over and give you a very custom evaluation. So for me, it's the worse it is, the better, because then I have an opportunity. And you're going to know on your dashboard when those leads come in, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like it's a question mark when the home valuations come in, like they're going to get something and you don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
So for me, that is the key is
So I've never even heard about core present. I'm gonna go explore that now. I've got it open here now. You can only select a single, oh, I have to present a listing. So I'll pick this one.
and like, let me see, here we go. Home valuation. Let's click on this one.
Filter.
Come on. There we go. So I'm in this home valuation. I can click core present in the home valuation.
Where did you go to home evaluation? I missed that stuff.
Okay, so someone actually
So
did. I can go back. So
you
someone,
go into the person or you go into the dashboard?
so this is my dashboard. If you can see it on my screen, this is my
Yeah.
dashboard. And 3882 Hanoverian Drive did a home valuation 9 days ago. I've already
Yeah.
called them. But I just clicked on their name and it took me into that home valuation. And I went from that home valuation, I clicked, let me go back. I'll do it again. Go away. Hold on, give the
No, I
screen.
got an evaluation there because it did one on somebody,
Okay, so
which
click
isn't
on that
even in my,
one and then it'll open it up.
it's not opening it.
Click on the name at the top left of the home valuation.
Okay, it opened.
Okay, and on the top right, in that little box of actions, do you see where it says core present?
Can you
see my
wiggle your
screen?
mouse? Oh, in
Yep,
that area?
in this area right here at the
Yes.
bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Click on core present. And then it's going to pull it up. And that's going to be the automated CMA. And you can
Okay.
post it. So you can pick different comps. You can change all of this stuff over here, the close date. You can enter
Jeepers, does it?
manual comparables.
Do you know what? I don't think it works for Canada.
Really?
It's got the city, but I can't pick Canada. I can't. It's got city Edmonton, but when I go state, I don't see Alberta there. This one's an Alberta property.
Okay,
And
so
I only see United States there, no Canadians, so I don't think I can do it.
well, don't say don't give up yet. Call KVCore
Okay.
and or get on their chat bot. Their chat bot's pretty good, but you can also call them and ask them because I was so frustrated with the MLS search that I wasn't using it as much. And somebody finally told me that they would customize it. So maybe they just need to tweak something.
Okay.
And then I'm
Okay.
interested to know, please, whether or not it works out.
It would be so much better if everything just worked in the one's place, right?
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
Okay.
not useful for you, but
No, but
that's,
well, it is because I learned how to use it if I can get it to work.
yeah.
So now I'll just phone KVCore and see about that.
So they're going to get their home searches from KVCore. They're going to get automated follow-up behavioral emails from KVCore. They're going to get a
Mhm.
market report for their zip code or neighborhood, which you set up by clicking the lead, right? And then you go down
Yep.
to the bottom here and you do that. You've got another core present here. You can do a seller report. All of this, all of this stuff in here is all monthly touches. And what I
Nice.
know is that people, yes, you can set up some email campaign about whatever. Okay. No one cares. The two things that I do is set up KVCore properly with all these different real estate related touches. And then I send
Mm-hmm.
2 videos a month to every single
2
person.
videos a month.
Yep. And
Yeah.
we're going to go over my client touch strategy in this course. And we're going to talk about how to download all the contacts out of your phone. So I send 2 emails a month to 8,000 people, including my doctors, my vendors, my friends in the Bahamas, anyone and everyone that I have any contact with gets these videos. If they want to unsubscribe, they can unsubscribe.
Okay. Fair.
And it helps
I
with,
got 4,000 on my phone. I don't have them all on my KVCore for sure.
well,
I
and
got a
they don't need
couple.
to
What have
be.
we got
They
in
don't,
KVCore? I got a
yeah,
few.
and they don't need to be in KVCore. We're gonna go over how to do these videos with Core Video because it's way cheaper than the way I'm doing it. They just didn't have Core Video when I originally set all this up. So, and I'm
Okay.
not gonna undo it. But for 39 bucks a month, you can send these videos out to literally everyone in your database and be touching
Yeah.
them. So if you're sending them real estate related stuff once a month, 2 videos with your face on them twice a month,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to convert these leads. This is not rocket science.
No.
It really is not. And you don't need a bunch of junk campaigns or paying people to write campaigns that are, stupid. You don't,
Right.
you
You
don't,
want it real. You
you
want
want
it
it
real.
real and real estate related. Now, Jim, before we go, I want to say to you that, let me go here. So what I wanted to talk about today, which is of vital importance, is your brand consistency. And I'm not going to bother making this full screen or anything else, but you want the exact same branding. I'm saying the exact same bio, the exact same mission statement. Now, Instagram, you can only have one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Create Linktree or something like that that you can go to. And we will talk about Linktree and what that looks like when we get to the section that we're talking about lead generation. But your same photo. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is boring corporate professional headshots are out. Personally driven, branded photos that tell your brand story are what people are looking for. Why? Because social media is getting personal. So what happens is we have this static picture of us who are like this, and people are not resonating with that. So if you want them resonating with your brand that you've spent all this time creating, right? You should have done your mission statement, your elevator pitch, your logo, all that stuff. So here's Tina Cull on the right. Tina Cull has one of the largest groups within EXP, right? I think she sells several thousand homes a year across
Wow.
multiple states, right?
Mm.
And that is her branded headshot. She's not in a
That's
suit.
really cool.
She's chilling. She's totally approachable, right? And then I pulled this other picture, which I thought told a completely different story. And I'm sorry, these are both women for all the men. Sorry, Jim. But I feel like this is really important too, because this person is out of LA. I don't know who she is. I mean, I know her name, but I don't know her. She's out of LA. She does high-end luxury, 10 million and up, right? And the story that she's telling is I'm serious, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is me. I'm high end, I'm polished, and I'm serious, but she's still approachable, right? And she's
Right.
sitting on a luxury couch. You can see
Yeah.
every piece of jewelry she has. And if you notice, she does not have the light directly on her face. Neither does Tina, right? The light is from above, creating shadows, particularly on the right-hand side of her face. So there's depth in what in the actual photo. And so what we're getting away from is these like highly light lit,
Right.
you know, so and I have on here that you need to create some kind of lifestyle photo shoot. Like, you should have a picture of you not looking at the camera, looking off to the side, laughing, talking to an interviewer, maybe walking through your city, whatever it is, but there should be some lifestyle shots. I would suggest you stick with an outfit that's in your branded colors so that your colors are resonating over and over and over with you. But I think it's really important to have brand consistency where you have 2 or 3 photos that they see everywhere. The same circle has the same headshot every single time that there's a little tiny circle. It's the same picture. Because if they can't see it, they'll recognize,
Consistent.
yeah, the shape. It is
Yeah.
about
Consistent.
absolute consistency. And I will tell you that when you have a brand story, it will resonate with people. I have people calling me. They're like, oh my gosh, I had breast cancer too. You're my agent. They're doing business with me because I had breast cancer. But they don't know that unless that is out there everywhere, how I overcame breast cancer, right?
Right.
You have an autistic child. I have an autistic child. You understand me. You understand my family. I'm doing business with you. But if you're not
Right.
consistently telling that everywhere, now you don't, Joanne, have a niche.
I have dogs. Dogs was my niche. I used to have a dog business for 17 years. So I
Which good.
had 4,000 clients. So they're all using me in real estate. So I have
And
investor clients and all that. They've all come to me since I started. That's why I'm doing well.
and you may have one photo in your lifestyle brand that has you in like a more casual outfit. Of course, your makeup is perfect, your hair is perfect, like the whole thing, right? But you're in a more polished casual outfit and you have a hat on that says like dog mom or something,
Hmm.
where it's like
Yeah.
that brand is also in your photos as well as in the bio, as well as in the mission, as well as it. And how does being a dog mom translate into how you care for your clients and how much, loyalty you have? And you can create that brand story. And I'm sure the people on your team are exactly like you. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been attracted to you.
Right.
So I think all of it is the purpose of this segment of this systems class is that part of having a system is having a repeatable process. And this is just real estate. We're not trying to be Tide detergent, right? We're just in our little
Hmm.
market. We're not going to be a global name. None of that is necessary. All we need to do is come up with a brand story that people can relate to so that we can attract the right people into our lives that we want to do business with. When we do that, they will then refer us over and over and over and over because we're doing business with the right clients. We're satisfying them to the best of our ability. We're bonding. And then our business just explodes, which you've already seen, Joanne and Jim. It's coming, right? Does that make sense?
Just keep doing it. Yeah. Keep doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know we're short on time, but Jim, if you come back right or maybe even 5 minutes early the next time we have a class, I want to talk to you just a little bit about your brand and how we can kind of work on honing that in and making it so that people fully understand who you are as an agent.
Right.
And with the NAR settlement that's coming up, I would also like for you to think between now and then how you can also position yourself as a listing agent. Because although first time home buyers and all this stuff is great, we know that listings are really going to be the gold because we're
Yeah.
not going to have to justify our commission. So I think finding a way to say, okay, it's first time home buyers. Why? Because I'm super knowledgeable, because I hand carry you. Like, what is the feeling or the value that you are creating? And then can we wrap that into listings as well?
Sure. Sure. Yeah. And before that, I still owe you the homework that I worked on. I just never shared. So I'll get it finished and shared before the next meeting. And we're doing 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
Or
Yep. So the homework for this week was to make sure that that brand was ultimately consistent between every single platform. And what a lot of people forget is Google My Business. This is huge. You should be posting on Google My Business. Your brand needs to be on Google My Business. People literally find you on Google Maps, and they need to click on that and know exactly who you are in one click.
And your first picture should be of you.
Yep, absolutely. And that branded photo that represents you, who you are.
I post on Google every day.
Good for you. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't.
Google,
so
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I even do Twitter now, and I'm starting to do YouTube.
Yeah, good for you. I don't even know how to log into Twitter, so you're way ahead
Do you know what? I never used to do it, but now I got a company that I pay a couple $100 a month. I can go in there and put a post in there, and I can post everywhere. So much easier. And so for paying a couple $100 a month to know I'm there consistently, it's
That's good. That's good. And the consistency right now, Jem, that we're looking for is not the actual posting. Right now, we just want a consistent brand.
Right.
Your face, your everything. And you may not be able to get photos in the next 2 weeks.
Which I'm probably 80% done with that. So
Good.
I just had to go in and update all my profiles. I did get a new headshot. I was trying to find it to share it with you guys, but I couldn't find it quickly, just to get your ladies' opinions.
Can you find it?
I can. I'm triple tasking. I'm not even multitasking. Yeah, I had it. Shoot, I don't even know.
Well, I'll jump on 5 minutes early the next time, and we can kind of talk about this because I think it's really fun, and I think it's really cool that Joanne spent so much time branding, and I paid about $8,000 for my brand. She said she paid about 11,000 for hers. So both of us have been through the branding process, and so you've got
And I started red. I was KW, and then 8 months moved over to EXP, but we just changed my colors recently to blue and gold because I'm luxury certified. So I wanted the gold in there. But Robin, I have you down. I don't have you in every 2 weeks. On my impact calendar, it shows you as August. Oh, I guess that's 2 weeks. Is it August the 7th? Oh, that's 3 weeks.
Oh, it won't let me minimize. Hold on, let me look on here. And then I've got to jump.
It's showing me the next time you're here is the 7th of August.
Is it the 31st?
I don't know if the calendar's wrong, but when I just have the impact calendar in my calendar, and it says that we're not back with you until the 7th of August.
That is correct, because that was a 5, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that was a 5-week month. So we're going to be on the 7th. So you guys have got plenty of time to get all that branding done. And I will get you, I've got to jump on this 1 o'clock call. So it'll be after the 1 o'clock call, but I'll get you that today, Joanne. And then if you have any questions on that, just like ping me. And
I think I want to play with what you told me now about KVCore. That would be great. And then I'll just try to be here more often. And you enjoy your call. And it was nice to meet you, Jim. I'm glad I jumped in.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, y'all.
All right.
Talk to you
Have
later.
a great day, everybody.
All right. See you later, guys.